look, we need to bring in more highly skilled migrants and we need to reduce our reliance on low skilled migrants. Now, when we left government, half of the migrants we were bringing in were skill level 1 and 2. So those are your doctors, your nurses, your professionals, the people who drive our economy. Because if you think about it, the goal of immigration is to drive productivity, it's to drive wage growth, it's to drive GDP. So that's why it's really important.
COVID changed things a lot, right?
No. Before we even got to COVID, we had a bit of a switch. But it wasn't COVID.
Right.
It wasn't COVID.
So structural changes, as you find the immigration settings right now, what structural changes
completely different. So as I was getting to this, when we left office, half the people we brought in were skill level 1 and 2. About a quarter were skill level 4 and 5, and that's your unskilled, low skilled, right? That has completely changed. 52% of the people we brought in last year were skill level 4 and 5. That is your cleaners, fast food chefs, labourers, right?
This is under the accredited employee work visa, right?
Exactly. Now, this is not a recipe for productivity, wage growth, prosperity, and getting Kiwis into job, because, Jack, last year we brought in 52,000 pretty unskilled people.
Was that a mistake?
Yes, it was. While 20,000 people got added to the job seeker benefit.
Now, there's a really important part from this conversation that I want us to recall, okay? And this is the reason. I'm just going to go straight to something else. She talked about the people that are coming in, low skill. She talked about chefs. She talked about labourers in there. Thinking hospitality type people, low skilled people, yeah? So this is from September 22, 2023. So right up in the heat of the election cycle. Luxon and National Party spokesperson for immigration, Erica Stanford, say National is working to bring in more chefs and more international hospitality staff. They were fighting to bring those people in. They were criticising Labor that more of those people should be coming in. From a press release, the hospitality sector has been battered by closed borders and COVID restrictions for nearly 3 years, but now, when workers and chefs are desperately needed, the government continues to hold them back based on a ridiculous technicality that could be changed immediately. She was saying more of these people need to come in as an opposition leader, and now that more of them came in, she's saying, how dare the last government have more? I'm not even down to the conversation yet about, is it the right or wrong decision? I'm just wanting to point out her hypocrisy. And I've got a clip from Chloe. Well, maybe we'll do this now, from the same breakfast show this morning, because she actually responded to this as well. And about the immigration conversation, this is what she had to say about it during the breakfast conversation this morning.
We have a government, and particularly a National Party, that is consistently inconsistent when it comes to immigration policy and the rhetoric prescribed to that. So just to unpack that a little bit, we consistently see that they are asking for or calling for more of those so-called low-skilled or unskilled migrants when it comes to fulfilling the needs of particularly hospitality, retail, fruit picking or otherwise. But then as soon as it becomes too hard basket, because guess what? Those people need to be housed. They need to have services like education for their children. Then they say that this costs too much. So we're not necessarily going to fund those things, and therefore we're going to scapegoat those migrants that we needed in the first place to bolster this economy, which we've defined. So in fact, what I think and what the Greens think that we need to be doing is recognising the inherent value and dignity that migrants bring to this country. And we need to address the under-resourcing of all of the public services, which all of us, those born here and those who have come here, rely on. So
I think the point that she made, much better, much more eloquent than I made, was about, again, maybe I'm wanting some kind of Shangri-La that doesn't exist, but I'm not going to put up with a government now in power complaining about the opposite of what they wanted when they were in opposition. Right now we can start to debate about how do we get more 1-2s, down for that. But what we're not going to do is now give National a pass to talk about low-skilled migrants coming in today, when they were calling, as Chloe just said, for low-skilled migrants to come in. And remember, this is September last year. October, November, December, January, February, 5 months ago. So 5 months ago, they were criticising Labor for these low-skilled migrants not being here. And now that they're in government, they're criticising Labor for too many low-skilled migrants being here. That's what I'm standing at the moment.